That's not a comic book. Now that's a comic book.
I know normally when I go to Trade Talk, I disable the comments, and I just try to focus on whatever I'm reviewing. Not this time. So just stay, because there's going to be a lot of audience interaction here. On this episode of Trade Talk, I'll be talking about My Girlfriend is a T-Rex Volume 1. Sorry, I'm looking at the views in the comments to really see what's going on here. So I'm not a manga guy. I'm not a person that's into monster girls, as this entire fucking genre is apparently called and exists. I've already got live comments reacting with like, what? Hold on, let's see if I can get this going here. If I put this up and I shrink this down a little bit and maybe off to the side. Now I can't really just isolate that section. Hold on, maybe if I do this. If I make this window really exclusive to... Oh, shit. If I make this window really exclusive over here to just the live comments. Where is it at? There we go. Okay. That'll work. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to have live comment interactions tonight. That's the thing we're doing. Because this shit's bizarre. Alright. So yes, I'm not into monster girls. I am not into any kind of anything of this fetish. I'm subscribed to the YouTube channel Dorkly. They did an entire video uncovering the fact that this is like a genre of manga, which is women, but they're not normal women. They're sexy things. And so they can be like half woman, half T-Rex, or they can be part. They can actually be a microwave. It's just a thing. Yes, My Girlfriend is a T-Rex. Volume 1. This is an entire fucking genre. I have no idea how this is a genre. Philip Kelton says, "Yeah, I'm into that fetish." So yeah, I'm gonna make fun of people's fetish tonight. That's what I'm doing. Is if this is your fetish, I am making fun of you. And I don't care because it's weird. And if you can't acknowledge that this is weird, I'm sorry. We're all into our weird shit. Everyone's got their weird thing. This is a particular brand of so I want to talk about this. Philip Kelton wants to know where he can buy this. Yeah, I just got it off Amazon. All right. So, My Girlfriend is a T-Rex is the story about a young man who meets a girl who's part T-Rex. Or actually, she's all T-Rex. Because in the first 2 pages, we break down how in this world, evolution went very differently. Check it out. Hotties at 3 o'clock. Guess what? Come on, tell me. See them? Those are dinosaurs there. Oh, those 2 are velociraptors. Wow, you sure know your stuff, Numo. I mean, I see dinosaurs from time to time, but they all look so different from one another. Better grab a pic. Well, there's a reason for that. There is? They were totes checking us out. Oh my god. I read in a book that in order to avoid mass extinction, they had to evolve certain human-like features. How progressive. So we get like a little evolutionary breakdown of how dinosaurs evolved into cute girls. Oh my god. This is And so they started off as normal dinosaurs, and then they became dinosaurs who wore clothes and had jobs, and then they just turned into cute girls because that was the most evolutionary beneficial kind of road they could take. I'm gonna get so much fucking hate on this video for how just fucking bizarre this shit is. Look, there was a debate about whether or not the dinosaurs had feathers. Don't worry, the velociraptor has feathers. Oh, man. So anyways, this is broken down, and it's really more of like a comic strip just kind of contained in a manga format, because there's a lot of non sequiturs and things don't necessarily lead into one another, but there's a loose sense of continuity and progression of stories. So seriously, literally, right after the explanation of how dinosaurs evolved into cute girls, because science, we get a page flip, and it's just old dude runs into T-Rex girl who's walking around topless outside of his apartment, and he's like super into her. Grrr. Yes? Hey. Oh, I just had to take the trash out tonight. What's with that dumb grin on your face? Ain't you scared of me? Oh, nope. I guess she can talk after all. You don't seem all that scary. What? No freaking way, you should be quivering like crazy. Well, I see at least two things here that are quivering. Get it? Get it because it's her dinosaur boobs. It's her dinosaur boobs. Her dinosaur boobs are quivering, guys. Her boobs that are dinosaurs are quivering. But this guy who's not afraid of the half-naked T-Rex girl is afraid of a cat. And yeah, he's just super nice to her, and she finds that kind of off-putting and endearing, and it throws her off her game. But also, she's still topless. And he's super into her. He thinks she's super cute, and he's sorry that he's not afraid of her, so he pretends to be afraid in order to make her feel better. And that's the beginning of their relationship, because he's just, oh, she is so cute. She's just the cutest thing ever. And yeah, then just the antics of Dinosaur Girl of T-Rex Girl begin to continue. And then apparently, like, Dinosaur Girl fetishing is a thing, because the Velociraptor chick, ta-da! Looky! I got all of this just for sitting on some guy's lap, and she gets gifts from human guys, because she's one of those types of dinosaur girls. My dad, when I was a boy, sat me down and he said, Ian, you gotta find yourself the right kind of woman. You don't want to end up with a dinosaur girl who just lets you sexually fetishize her for the monetary rewards. You gotta find someone that lets you sexually fetishize her for you. And it was on that day that I looked at my dad, and I said, you gotta stop the drugs. Oh, man. So yeah, he like buys her a teddy bear and convinces her to stay with him in his apartment because stuff and reasons, and he buys her clothes and stuff, and it's just, I don't know. It is not, ultimately, I was slightly disappointed by the fact that this is rated all ages. Never mind that, like, literally he's not even covering up the nipples. He's just straight not drawing the nipples, but drawing all boob. Like, it's rated all ages. So I did not get what I was really hoping for would be just a super graphic sex scene. I so wanted to see this guy fuck a T-Rex girl. You had no idea how blown my mind would have been to see this guy fuck a T-Rex girl. I was so there for that. And it doesn't happen. It's pretty G-rated throughout. There's just a bunch of like cute jokey romance stuff. Um, all throughout, the women are treated pretty typically for what you would expect for this. A lot of very heavily implied fetishism. Like this panel doesn't make any sense because like here's the breakdown. Cold, snag. Nice and warm. This is perfect. Because she's cold-blooded, I guess, and he's gonna give her warmth. Reptiles don't absorb body heat in that manner, I'm pretty sure, because my lizard never gets any warmer when he lays on me. Yeah, so just, I don't know, this keeps getting more and more ridiculous. Very clearly, the writer seems to run out of ideas. And I can't imagine how, because this premise just seems so endless and full of opportunities. Wouldn't you say, commenters? Can't you just imagine all the craziness of dating a T-Rex? But damn, I really wanted a sex scene, though. Because, like, here's the thing about a T-Rex girl. Half girl, half T-Rex. It's like the mermaid problem times a billion. Cause like, is it too gross if I talk about the physics of reptile sex, particularly dinosaur sex, because that was slightly different, but I mean, this is probably too fucking graphic, but I'm gonna do it. I mean, I'm doing this for the views at this point, so fuck it, why not? Poor Danny, indeed. Everyone, this is my pet lizard, Danny. No, I am not sexually fetishized or attracted to him. Danny, say hi to the people. Okay, so let's talk about the physics of lizard sex and lizard biology. Here's Danny's flap. This is the flap that Danny poops out of. This is also the flap where Danny's dick comes from. Lizard sex is disgusting.
Danny, he's being shown to the internet right now.
Lizard sex is disgusting. It's all out of one hole. All right, that's what it comes down to. So I was so invested to see just someone try to draw a sex scene between a human and a T-Rex girl, with the bottom half being the T-Rex, and make that work. I was so there for that, and we just didn't get it. We didn't get it. Ugh. ABC123 says, please pay for my therapy. This is not the first time Ian has pulled out his lizard in front of his computer. I don't know, Danny, what do you think of, dinosaur-human relations? No opinion? That's okay. So, yeah. The premise does seem to run out fairly quickly, in all honesty. There's a bunch of quasi-cute moments. I can't lie, I did legit get a laugh out of things here and there. The fetishism is for real, though. Oh, I'm cold. Gotcha! Hey, baby, you want to sit on my face? No! Yeah, so the fetishism gets pretty for real. Though there are moments in here that I did legit get a laugh, and I was not expecting to. Of like, oh my god, that was actually a clever joke. I just gotta fucking find it. because this shit was real. Okay, here we go. So the Velociraptor chick that's like totally a gold digger and just tricks guys into thinking that she likes them in order for them to buy her stuff, is she's got this guy on her hook and she's got him running all over the mall, doing stuff for her. And she's like all like, thank you. And meanwhile the T-Rex girl is like, clever girl. And that made me laugh. That, as a Jurassic Park reference, I was not expecting, I was not prepared for, and that was legitimately funny. Smash Time says, are you going to donate this to charity? I think he'd be put on a list if he donated it to charity. I don't know. This is the kind of thing, like with most porn, I feel like I'm just going to leave somewhere for someone else to find. You know? So there's just a lot of it's just dumb. There's really all it comes down to. It's just kind of dumb, kind of like at its best, it's dumb silliness. At its worst, it's a pretty blatant excuse for some fetish imagery. Like this little joke was cute where he gets the T-Rex girlfriend to move in next door, and they share a wall, so he just knocks on it and goes, Churro-chan, can you hear me? How's your new place? If you have any problems, just tell me, okay? I'll help you out. She's very worried. Runs next door, opens up, Yuma! Well, that was fast. Problems already? Just now, in my room, the wall spoke to me. What do I do now? I'm scared. Okay. I can't lie. I got a chuckle out of that. It's funny. It's got some humor to it. But yeah, the fetishism and stuff, it's so fucking bizarre. You just can't help but see it and be like, what the fuck? Mano says it's basically DeviantArt the manga. Yeah, it's exactly DeviantArt the manga. Like, I love DeviantArt, and I don't turn on, like, the safe search or anything, because sometimes you can find some really interesting stuff, even if it is, like, full nude or whatever, but you go through some weird shit looking for it. Stuff gets fucking nuts. And yeah, let's talk about the nature of sexual fetishes. And their supposed evolution, I believe, in the internet. In the internet age, I should say. Because here's my hot take to close out this video. I'm of the opinion that it is indisputable that fetishes have existed in a wide variety of very strange manners since the dawn of human civilization, probably even before. And at its heart, there's nothing inherently wrong with having a fetish if you're aware of it and you can find a consenting partner that's into it as well. There's a problem with fetishizing people, particularly if they're not consenting, but that's a different discussion. But I feel like the internet age has kind of heightened and made fetishes more prevalent and made them oddly more specific and involved. And I feel that it's because of the internet that this has happened. I feel like the internet has evolved the fetish and refined it because now, like, the one person who is into this thing can just talk about it or find an entire community of people that are into it. Where before, pre-internet age, that was exceptionally rare. Like, there were always, like, BDSM clubs and societies and stuff that were really into it. There's swing and group sex societies. But those are, like, really broad fetishes that cover a lot of ground. Whereas this shit is, like, ultra specific. And that's what makes it really interesting. So I feel like the idea of the online community has been able to take these really odd, really bizarre fetishes and, like, heighten them and ingrain them so that they happen more and just kind of spread, in that, you know, there are some people in the community that are into the arts or photography or whatever, so they're able to visualize the fetish for each other amongst themselves and then kind of share it in a group, and then that's able to be exposed to someone who's not part of the group, and they just come across it and see it, and depending on what age they are or how impressionable they are, or how their life circumstances attune them to have an interest in that thing, they can then get involved in that fetish. And so that's just, it's really interesting to think about, and I feel like the internet has extended the reach of a fetish. I just saw that prehistoric passion. That's funny. So I'll give the writer this. I'll give the writer / artist this. He's definitely aware that it's weird. He definitely tries his best to just make it funny and have a fun, jokey time with it and showcase a cute, quasi-cute relationship. Ultimately, it is totally a fetish project. There's no way around that. This is kind of the definition of a fetish project, and I got just a laugh riot out of reading it. So let's look down at that comment section. See what people are saying. If you hate me for talking and bad mouthing your fetish, everyone's got their thing, man. Yours is just really bizarre to me, and so I had to talk about it once I found out it existed. I couldn't not read this. So yeah, go on and get your copy of My Girlfriend is a T-Rex. You'll get a couple laughs out of it, some of them at the expense of the thing, some of them genuinely in the piece. So, I don't know. I had a good time reading this, ultimately. It was fun. It was fun talking about it on the show here. It's quite a fetish. I for sure cannot relate to it. Yeah, I mean, like, I fucking don't get it at all. I have a reptile. You know. Yeah, love you too, Danny. Yep. Cuddles are the best with your scaly ass. So yeah, that's gonna do it for this episode of Trade Talk on this very weird shit. My Girlfriend is a T-Rex Volume 2. This will not be a Trade Talk series. Alright, Danny, say bye to the people. Say bye.
That's not a comic book. Now that's a comic book.